Ladies and gentlemen, what you are about to witness is the night that changed everything. The night a young lion walked into the den of the beast incarnate and did the unthinkable. The night family bonds were tested in the fires of betrayal and brotherhood. This is the story of Saturday night's main event, November 1st, 2025, and I promise you, by the time we reach the end of this video, you will understand why the wrestling world will never be the same again. Before we dive into the carnage, I need you to do something for me. If you love professional wrestling, if you live for those moments that give you chills down your spine, hit that subscribe button right now. Join the SLAMZONE family. We're building something special here, a community of wrestling fans who appreciate the art, the passion, and the pure brutality of what these athletes put their bodies through. And listen, I know you've heard this before, but please, smash that notification bell. I don't want you to miss a single moment of the chaos we break down here every single week. Your support means everything to this channel, and together, we're going to dive deep into the moments that matter. Now let's get into it. The arena is electric. You can feel the anticipation crackling through the air like lightning before a storm. Saturday night's main event. A name that carries decades of history, of legendary moments, of careers made and broken in a single night. And tonight, we have a collision that nobody saw coming 6 months ago. Bron Breakker, the 26-year-old powerhouse with destiny coursing through his veins, standing across the ring from Brock Lesnar, the beast incarnate, the man who has dominated everyone and everything in his path for over 2 decades. The bell rings, and immediately, you can see it in Breakker's eyes. This isn't fear. This isn't hesitation. This is a young man who has been waiting his entire life for this moment. Lesnar, with that signature smirk, that arrogance that only comes from knowing you're the most dangerous man in the building, he's circling Breakker like a predator sizing up his prey. They lock up, and oh my god, the power. Breakker actually pushes Lesnar back into the corner. The crowd erupts. Did we just see that? Did Bron Breakker just move Brock Lesnar? Lesnar's face changes instantly. That smirk is gone. Now we see something we rarely witness, a flash of surprise, maybe even a hint of respect, but definitely anger. Lesnar explodes out of the corner with a brutal clothesline that nearly decapitates Breakker. The impact echoes through the arena. Breakker hits the mat hard, and you can see Lesnar going right into that methodical destruction he's famous for. He's lifting Breakker up, belly-to-belly suplex, and Breakker flies across the ring like he weighs nothing. But here's the thing about Bron Breakker, he pops right back up. The crowd is losing their minds. Lesnar charges again, but Breakker ducks, hits the ropes, and comes back with a shoulder tackle that actually staggers the beast. Lesnar takes 2 steps back, and the arena is on its feet. Nobody moves Brock Lesnar. Nobody. But Breakker just did. You can feel the shift in momentum. Breakker is feeding off this energy. He's hitting Lesnar with knife-edge chops that sound like gunshots. Each one echoes through the building. Lesnar's chest is turning red, but he's smiling now. That dangerous smile that means someone's about to get hurt. He grabs Breakker by the throat, lifts him up, and drives him down with a thunderous spine-buster that shakes the entire ring. Lesnar is stalking now, waiting for Breakker to get up. You know what's coming. We all know what's coming. F5. Lesnar hoists Breakker onto his shoulders, but wait. Breakker slides out, lands behind him, grabs Lesnar's waist, and delivers a German suplex. Bron Breakker just German suplexed Brock Lesnar. The place is unglued, but Breakker doesn't stop. He holds on, rolls through, and hits another German suplex. And another. 3 consecutive German suplexes to the beast incarnate. This is Lesnar's own medicine being shoved down his throat, and the crowd is chanting Breakker's name so loud you can barely hear yourself think. Lesnar is down in the corner, and for the first time in years, he actually looks hurt. He's shaking his head, trying to clear the cobwebs. Breakker is pacing like a caged animal, and you can see the confidence building with every second. He charges at Lesnar, going for the devastating spear he calls the spear, but Lesnar moves. Breakker crashes shoulder first into the ring post, and you can hear the sickening thud of flesh hitting steel. Lesnar pulls him out of the corner, lifts him up, F5. Lesnar hits the F5. He goes for the cover. 1, 2, Breakker kicks out. Bron Breakker just kicked out of an F5. The referee's hand was inches from the mat, and somehow, someway, Breakker got his shoulder up. Lesnar can't believe it. He's arguing with the referee, holding up 3 fingers, insisting that was a 3 count. But while Lesnar is distracted, Breakker is pulling himself up using the ropes. His face is a mask of pain and determination. Blood is trickling from his mouth. His shoulder is clearly hurt from that post-collision. But he's standing. And when Lesnar turns around, Breakker is waiting. Spear. Out of nowhere. Breakker nearly cuts Lesnar in half with a spear that would make Goldberg proud. Both men are down, and the referee is starting his count. The crowd is on their feet, some chanting for Lesnar, some for Breakker, creating this incredible wall of sound that just adds to the drama. Both men are stirring at the count of 6. They're using the ropes to pull themselves up, and when they finally stand, they're face to face in the center of the ring. Lesnar throws a right hand. Breakker fires back. They're trading bombs now, each shot landing with devastating impact. Lesnar, Breakker, back and forth like 2 warriors who refuse to quit. Halfway through this incredible match, folks, and I have to pause for just a second. If you're enjoying this breakdown, if you're feeling the intensity of what we're describing here, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It helps more people discover SLAMZONE, and it lets me know you want more content like this. Subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below telling me what you think happens next in this rivalry. Are you Team Breakker or Team Lesnar? Let's build this community together. Back to the action, because it's about to get even more intense. Lesnar gains the advantage in the striking exchange and whips Breakker into the ropes. Breakker comes back, Lesnar ducks, Breakker hits the opposite ropes, and on the rebound, Breakker leaps, hitting a massive flying shoulder tackle that takes both men over the top rope to the outside. They crash to the floor in a heap of humanity, and the referee immediately starts his count. The crowd is chanting, "This is awesome," and they're absolutely right. This is the kind of match that defines careers. Breakker is first to his feet, and he's not waiting for Lesnar to recover. He grabs Lesnar and rams him back first into the barricade. Once, twice, 3 times. Lesnar's face is contorted in pain, and Breakker backs up, getting a running start. He charges, but Lesnar moves at the last second. Breakker crashes into the barricade himself, and now Lesnar has him right where he wants him. Lesnar lifts Breakker up and delivers a devastating overhead belly-to-belly suplex on the outside, and Breakker lands on the thin mats with a sickening thud. The referee's count is at 6 now. Lesnar rolls back into the ring, content to take the count-out victory, but Breakker is crawling toward the ring. At 8, he grabs the apron. At 9, he's halfway in. The referee's hand is coming down for 10, but Breakker rolls completely into the ring just in time. Lesnar is furious. He's stomping away at Breakker, vicious boots to the ribs, the back, anywhere he can find. He lifts Breakker up, looking for another F5, but Breakker desperately rakes the eyes. It's a desperation move, not pretty, but effective. Lesnar drops him, and Breakker hits the ropes, coming back with another spear. But this time, Lesnar catches him. He catches Breakker in midair, adjusts him on his shoulders, and hits a second F5. This has to be it. Lesnar covers. 1, 2, THR no. Breakker's foot is on the rope. His foot is literally on the bottom rope, and the referee stops the count. The frustration on Lesnar's face is turning to rage. He drags Breakker to the center of the ring, away from the ropes. He's calling for it again, a third F5 to put this young upstart away for good. Lesnar lifts Breakker onto his shoulders one more time, but Breakker is fighting, throwing elbows to the side of Lesnar's head. 1, 2, 3, 4 elbows, and Lesnar's grip loosens. Breakker slides down, grabs Lesnar from behind, and hits a 4th German suplex, this one with a bridge. The referee counts. 1, 2. Lesnar powers out, throwing Breakker off with such force that Breakker flies across the ring. Both men are exhausted, battered, and running on pure adrenaline and willpower. They meet in the center of the ring again, and Lesnar goes for a desperation clothesline, but Breakker ducks, hooks Lesnar, and plants him with a massive power slam. The ring shakes from the impact. Breakker is signaling for it, the Gorilla Press power slam, his signature finish. He somehow manages to lift the 280-pound Lesnar above his head in a military press. The crowd is going absolutely insane, but Lesnar is struggling, throwing knees down at Breakker's head. One knee connects flush, and Breakker stumbles. Lesnar falls behind him, grabs him by the waist, German suplex from Lesnar. But Breakker lands on his feet. Lesnar turns around right into a devastating spear. Breakker just speared Lesnar for the second time. He hooks the leg. 1, 2, 3. The referee's hand hits the mat for the 3rd time, and the arena explodes. Bron Breakker has just defeated Brock Lesnar. The young lion has conquered the beast. Breakker can barely stand. He's using the ropes to hold himself up, and the referee is raising his hand in victory. The crowd is giving both men a standing ovation, and even Lesnar, as he rolls out of the ring, gives Breakker a nod of respect. This was a war, and tonight, the future defeated the legend. But ladies and gentlemen, the night is far from over. As the celebration for Breakker's incredible victory continues, we cut to backstage where another storm is brewing. CM Punk is in the locker room area, and he's got GUSO cornered. Words are being exchanged, and they're getting heated fast. Punk is getting in G's face, talking about respect, about how G has been riding his family's coattails his entire career. G fires back, defending his legacy, defending the bloodline, and that's when Punk shoves him. G shoves back, and suddenly fists are flying. Security is trying to break them up, but these two want to tear each other apart. Punk gets the advantage, backing G up against a wall, throwing punch after punch. And then, the music hits. That iconic entrance theme that makes the entire arena stand up. Roman Reigns. The tribal chief has arrived. The crowd in the arena, watching on the big screen, erupts. Roman Reigns walks into frame backstage with that deliberate, purposeful stride. His face is stone cold. Punk sees him coming and actually backs off from G, getting into a fighting stance, ready for the tribal chief. But here's where it gets interesting. Roman doesn't even look at Punk. He walks right past him, straight to GUSO, and he stands between G and CM Punk. The message is clear. You want G? You go through me. Punk is laughing, pointing at Roman, saying something we can't quite hear. But Roman just stands there, silent, protective, his presence alone enough to make Punk think twice. For months, we've seen the tension between Roman and G, the fractured bloodline, the family falling apart. But tonight, in this moment, Roman Reigns just stepped up for his family. G is behind Roman, and you can see the emotion on his face. Confusion, gratitude, maybe even the beginning of forgiveness. Roman never takes his eyes off Punk, and finally, Punk raises his hands, backs away, and walks off, but not before pointing at both of them and mouthing, "This isn't over." As Punk disappears around the corner, Roman finally turns to G. They stand face to face, these two men who have been through hell together, who have been family, enemies, and everything in between. Roman doesn't say anything. He just nods once, that simple acknowledgement that says we're still blood, and then he walks away, leaving G standing there processing what just happened. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a night for the history books. Bron Breakker just announced himself as the future of WWE by defeating one of the greatest of all time. And Roman Reigns just reminded everyone that no matter what happens, family comes first. Before I let you go, I need to ask you one more time. If you loved this breakdown, if you felt every moment of that brutal match between Breakker and Lesnar, if you got chills when Roman stepped up for G, then please, hit the like button, subscribe to SLAMZONE, and share this video with every wrestling fan you know. We're building something special here, a family of fans who live and breathe this business. Drop a comment and tell me what you think comes next for these incredible superstars. This is SLAMZONE, where we break down the moments that matter, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep fighting, keep believing, and never forget, in this business, anything can happen on any given night.